It was the stock market that started history's greatest wave of wealth creation.
Last night, a 37-year-old man shot and killed by Baltimore police after officers say he fled from them while armed. And his family identifying him tonight as 37-year-old Dwight Hawkins, calling out the police department now. Now, BJZ is live here at 5 on your corner at Baltimore City Police Headquarters. And Tara, you spoke with family members who say they feel Hawkins was targeted by police.
Yeah, Rick, the family of Dwight Hawkins says that they know that he has a past criminal history, that he was known to police, that he didn't deserve to be shot and killed last night in the Bel-Air Edison neighborhood. Now, we did just hear from the Attorney General's office that 2 officers fired their service weapons at Hawkins and that a handgun was recovered near Hawkins when he was on the ground there near Bel-Air Road. This was all caught on Ring doorbell camera. A warning, the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some viewers.
I just didn't understand, like, why they overkilled him like that.
Baltimore City Police say a 37-year-old man was fatally shot by officers in Bel-Air Edison Tuesday night because he was armed and running from police.
2892 firearms, 16 rounds.
His family identifies the man as Dwight Hawkins. Police say they saw Hawkins in a liquor store and believed he was armed. That's when they say they followed him and asked questions. During a foot chase, police say Hawkins ignored their commands to drop his weapon. 16 rounds were fired. Police say officers rendered aid and Hawkins died at the hospital.
We got 1 shot.
This is another incident where if they would have just simply complied and put the gun down, we wouldn't be having this press conference. But the individual continued running with the gun in his hand. He came face to face with a second officer, at which point he was shot.
Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is RDP, aka Raw Dope Podcast. I'm your host, Hand 5000, and I'm reporting live from Baltimore City. Now, it's been going down in my city, Baltimore County and Baltimore City. On East Baltimore, in the Bel-Air word, police shot and killed a man, allegedly had a gun. Baltimore County police responds to a car being stopped in the middle of the street, a man sleeping in the vehicle, resulting into another death. So it's been 2 deaths by police here in Baltimore City and County. Fortunately, one of the men that lost their life was a good friend of mine. Rest in peace to Big Sam. May Allah have mercy on his soul. Ameen. The second guy is one of my like my little nephew, is his cousin. So I'm gonna get into this. Now, a man caught with a gun is one thing. A man being punched by the police is another thing. It's 2 different scenarios. You know what I mean? I ask y'all, hit the notification button, hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and more importantly, follow my channel, get to know me. All right? On this channel, it's going to be no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Leave me alone with the ignorant comments because we're talking about incidents dealing with the people that's hired to serve and protect. 2 men, both dead, funeral arrangements are being made, kids are left without fathers, mothers are left without sons. It is a tragic situation that we going through here in Baltimore, and it's cases throughout the United States. Nevertheless, what's going on with the Epstein files, what's going on with TI-50, none of all that, we'll get into that later on. But right now, we're going to talk about this because I'm from Baltimore and I know one of the individuals and a family member of mine is related to the other individuals, so it hit hard. One thing about me, I stand on business. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I just believe in the truth, man. I got my own opinion, dog. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
At which point he was shot.
If they running, they scared. Scared of y'all. If it's 4 y'all can tackle a person. Y'all can tase a person. You don't have to overkill a person. You don't have to shoot a person 16 times.
Allegedly, if he did have a gun, the video shows he never pointed out. He never pointed it.
The Hawkins family says while he has a criminal history, he turned his life around for his 3 children. They say Hawkins recently moved out of Baltimore City to Hagerstown and had a steady job at a hotel in downtown Baltimore. His family believes he was targeted by police because of his past.
And I'm not saying that we was the perfect family or he was the perfect child. We all have a past. He did have a past, but it was about change. They did not have to gun him down the way they did.
The family says they want more answers from police and are hoping they change their tactics moving forward.
We need justice, and it's not right.
And Baltimore City Police says that Hawkins has a lengthy criminal history, including felony charges, and that has precluded him from owning a firearm. He was not legally allowed to be possessing any sort of weapon. Baltimore City Police also telling us the involved officers now on administrative leave. The Attorney General's office is leading this investigation. For now, reporting live on your corner outside of BPD headquarters, Tara Lynch, WJZ.
Okay. We have a man running with a gun. The police shoots 16 times. Is that justifiable? Let me know in the comment box if that's justifiable. In my eyes, fuck no. It's one thing you say a man pointed a gun at the police and the weapon was discharged. The police are supposed to be trained professionals that took an oath. They go to the police academy 6 to 8 months. They get all this type of training. Now, you know if your life is in danger. I'm going to be honest with that. You know if your life is in danger, and those police officers know that their life wasn't in danger. And that's the case I would make if I was the defense attorney for the family. My argument would be if, okay, he had a gun on him. He's a criminal with a gun. A criminal with a gun sees the police. Of course, they're going to run. I mean, wouldn't you? If you're a criminal and you're known in the area and you're known for, harassment by the police, because that's what these police do. They come from these counties and, join the force and get their get back for when they got picked at as a little guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and some police officers are good cops. It's simply out here to do their job. So I'm thinking if I'm the police officer, you know what I mean? So just to be a person, a good person, we're gonna play this out. You're a police officer. We get a call. Now, if you look at the body camera footage, I might show y'all a little bit of it. No copyrights. But if you look at the body camera footage, the officer standing in the store, these guys simply walk out the store. When you walk out the store, right? Just say if I was a cop. When you walk out the store, these individuals are walking away. Now, with them walking away, that means that's a throw the towel in. If I pull up and I'm a cop, individuals walking away, they showing me respect. Right? If your grandfather come in the house and your grandfather, he start talking to you and you get out his way, you don't sit in this big chair, he shows you respect. If I'm walking away from the police, because that's what I'm doing, me and other individuals, boom, the police start coming towards me. I know that I have a legal handgun on me. It's illegal. I'm going to run. out of 100% of the people that run from the police, 95% of them will rather go to jail for the gun than to go to jail for attempted murder, discharging a firearm, anything got to do with a crime against the police. The black man and the black woman know that 100% factorina. That's 100% factorina that we know coming up in the ghetto. Now, you shoot. You say you see a gun. Now, I'm a trained professional. When I shoot the gun, why you're not shooting to unarm the guy? 16 shots from a gun on one suspect that's not firing back is excessive use of force. It is excessive use of force. I'm here to tell you. Now, brothers, sisters, you can't run around with these guns on you, hanging in the urban community, in these hot blocks, knowing that these racist police officers or non-racist police officers got a job to do. That's true indeed. I believe the family. I believe if he had a gun on him, allegedly, that he ran to trying to get the safety to prevent from getting arrested with that gun. If I was a lawyer, I don't think his intentions was to harm Baltimore City Police Department at all. I think his intentions was to get away from Baltimore City Police Department with a legal weapon that could send him to jail. That's what I think happened. You know what I mean? That's what I think happened. And for the police, the overkill is just a frustration around the bullets. You know, suspects running with a gun. Like, all right, you know, and these will be veterans too, 5-6 year veterans. He's running away from us, not running to us to hurt us. He's running away from us. We give a little foot chase, we catch him. We don't catch him. Hey, one thing for sure and two things for certain. He is running away from us. That's what they said. That's the main idea in this. A suspect with a gun is running away. That's what all suspects do. If you have something illegal on you, you run away. I will say, hey, you know, he shouldn't have, you know, shot at the police. I'm old enough to say, hey, I grew up in the streets. You know, got nothing but love for the streets. But if you do some dumb shit, I'm going to point it out. This, to me, wasn't an act of dumb shit. This was an act of respect for the law. Now, I know y'all like, Fat Hand, what you talking about? How you going to respect it? If I have a gun on me and I don't respect the law, I'm going to stand right there. And if they think they're going to approach me, it's going to be a shootout. That's not having no respect for the law. Having respect for the law and my freedom, if I have something on me illegal and I see the police, my intention is to get away and get this illegal thing off me so I don't go to jail. If the police chase me and they catch me with this, then I know the consequences of it. But if the police see this and start shooting at me, and I did not shoot one round at them or up the gun at them, what is that? That's called cold-blooded murder. That is called cold-blooded murder. Because you have a guy with a gun leaving the scene. Leaving the scene. Now, they didn't say suspect was wanted. They didn't say the suspect committed a crime. They didn't say none of this. They just said the police officer seen him in the neighborhood. He's known in the neighborhood for criminal activities, whatever. You know, his family saying he changed his life, whatever story that may be. My point is that this individual is walking, running, or just getting away from the police officer, which is the right thing to do. The right thing to do is not to have a legal gun on you in Baltimore City because there's consequences for that. That is the right thing to do. But if you decide to have anything on you illegal, the smart and right thing to do is to get away from the police and try to get those illegal items off you. In the process of this, if you don't up your gun or brandish your gun, the police took an oath to serve and protect the community. They have training. They're trained to shoot. You don't have to shoot to kill. See, all of these things come into question in court. Did you shoot to kill, or did you shoot to restrain the suspect, whatever you want to call it, whatever word I'm looking for? You know, stabilize the suspect. Or did you shoot to kill him? And that's what I think this was. Cold-blooded murder, 16 shots. Because if I'm shooting to just apprehend my suspect, I'm not shooting to kill the suspect. That's a factorina. If I do anything other than that, it is murder. And I am a trained professional. I am a police officer. If you are a police officer and you are a trained profession, you know how to shoot to get somebody down. A leg shot, boom, one in the leg. Boom, one in the shoulder with a gun at. Anything. But 16 shots with a fleeing suspect, that's cold-blooded murder, man. That's cold-blooded murder. I couldn't tell you nothing else. It's cold-blooded. It is extremely cold-blooded murder. Please, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and hype this video. Go to the comments and move it across. Hype this video to push it in the algorithm. But a man lost his life in the hands of the people that we say are opposed to serve and protect. And yes, they are opposed to serve and protect. When you don't serve and protect, that becomes a problem. We all know what criminals are supposed to do. You know what I mean? We all know what criminals are supposed to do. But if you're a police officer and a man is fleeing and looting, I wouldn't fire my weapon if I'm not in danger. And if I was a lawyer, I would rest my case. Because this is not about if the suspect had a gun. If it was a gun on the scene and his DNA is on the gun, he had the gun. Was it more than one suspect that walked off? Because I seen a couple people walk off. I'll show y'all clips of the video. I seen a couple people walk off. And when they walked off, they didn't walk off with like intentions to die. If he ran or whatever he did, my point is he is running away to prevent from getting arrested. Nothing indicates that he was running away to up a pistol on the police department and face a death sentence. Because they got radios, they're outnumbered than you, they train professionals, they're gonna hit their target, especially when there's multiple ones shooting at you. Those bullets are gonna walk you down. I mean, goddamn, Baltimore City Police Department. I respect the police department. I've been in the streets long enough to say, hey, man, them people do their job. I had a job to do one time when I was out on the streets. They got a job to do while they out on the streets. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. If you have something illegal on you, you're going to try to get it off you. I know dudes that got, I remember in the 90s, 1900s, I remember my man Tony. He was out on the block and the police came in the alley and had on dark clothes. This is a real incident. They had on dark clothes. And when they was walking through the alley, they didn't make themselves known. So he was in his stash box and where he was getting his stuff at, pistol was right there. When they came behind him, he kind of upped the pistol. When he recognized it was the police, he tried to skedaddle, but it ended up being a whole big thing. He did a little minute in jail, about 20 months, 30 months in jail for it. But, you know, it worked itself out. But I seen dudes in that situation. Once he recognized it was the police, it wasn't no, you know, he trying to get away from there. So I don't think that the guy, this overall, you know, that got gunned down by the police department, I don't think at all that he had no intentions to harm Baltimore City police officers at all. I do not think he had no intentions to harm Baltimore City police department at all. I think he was just trying to run and get anything illegal that he had on him off of him. And I think that the police murdered him in cold-blooded. And that's the, I think it happened on like, in February, in the Bel-Air Road, that's East Baltimore. If you're new to this channel, that's East Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore City. My platform is Raw Dope Podcast. I am a hip-hop, sports, news, entertainment platform that do unorthodox journalism and cover stories my way. I got my own opinion, Doug. I've been in the game about 7 years, trying to work my way to 10K, man. I couldn't quit my day job, but you know, creating content is the night thing. But yeah, I think he was murdered in cold blood, and I think the police department was wrong 100% wrong, and I think that justice should be served for his family. I'm not a female. Thanks for the compliment. I'm just a nice looking black man. Thanks for the compliment, though. I'm talking about police brutality, so I can't feed into the trolls. But my brother, blood couldn't make us no curse closer. Bel-Air, you know, from my daddy house, his mother house on Wrightstown to St. Ambrose with mama house. That's my brother. If he feel as though the disrespect, once we get your heads up, we'll just remove you from the channel. It ain't nothing, but I'm not a female, man. I get a kick out of it. Y'all funny, man. Y'all got, you know, that's why I'm glad Trump in there making some things happen. You know what I mean? But hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. And it's one of the worstest things I think I did. And I didn't want to do this. I got to use matches. But yeah, if they get, thank you. So you don't got to be confused no more. Just let us apologize to us. What's that? Ritz, Keys, whatever. I can't really see it. But whatever, just apologize. You don't got to be confused no more. But we just set the record straight. So you ain't got to do that. But again, let me not get off topic. But yeah, so I feel as though the brother was running and getting away from the police. I don't think he should have died. And I think those officers, I got that little Wayne joint at Wayne. This that Wayne joint. You know, I usually Weezy with the big ones, the big cuffies. Big cuffy bowl. It's your cuffy bowl right there. It's cuffy bowl. But hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. And I'm gonna show y'all some footage of that, so y'all can have y'all own look on it. You know what I mean? Let me do this. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all a little bit of footage, all right, of it. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. I really appreciate it if you do that for me. Push this into the... I don't even know what that means, man. But so I'm going to show y'all a little bit of this. The clip that I got of this police situation. So I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, truly and honestly. Nobody kept it realer than Queso. I want to get y'all the body cam. All right, here it is. I don't want just playing this, but I want to get you the body cam footage. Let me get you the body cam footage. I will get y'all the body cam footage. I'm going to show y'all right here. Hit that notification button, man. Push this video into the algorithm. This is a knowledgeable video. I want y'all to see this. I know. Now that's the man in the gray. Now you see him walking away? You see that? Is that what people... Now you see that? I'm going to rewind that. Rewind that. He's walking away. He's walking away. Hold up. Let's just get the body cam footage. I want y'all to see this. The brother walking away. Point blank period. The man's walking away. That's my point. Look, the man's walking away. See that? They let him walk away. Now he's walking away. The police start following him. So he's running. So that's what I want y'all to see. He's running. He's running away. He left out and he's getting away. Do that look like somebody that want to kill or try to harm a police officer? I mean, y'all be the opinion of that. Do that look like someone trying to harm a police officer? And the reason why I'm so hard on the police department, to be honest with you, because you are a trained professional, like a stunt double, like a doctor, like a nurse. You are trained to protect people. So in any incidents, your gun being drawn and using excessive force should be the last option. It should simply be the last option. That man, yes, I'm in Baltimore. Yes, that man should have not died like that in front of all them people in Baltimore. And then the crazy part about it is he moved out of Baltimore to Hagerstown, Maryland. He moved out of Baltimore to Hagerstown, Maryland. To die. And for all the ignorant people, no. And here, we don't have the right to bear arms like Pennsylvania does, like Georgia, like Virginia, like all the southern states. You can't have a gun out here. You can get a gun, but you have to have gun license. It's not like when you go to certain states, you see guns normal. It's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. Even if you got a gun license, you're going to have to show that to the police. They're looking for guns. You know, this is a violent city, but the violence have calmed down tremendously since the mayor been in office. And we got a little bit of, they borrowing the mayor too since the mayor been in office. But my thing is that this man was gunned down by the people that we pay with our taxpayer money to serve and protect. And I think, you know, I'm not saying guilty as charged. If the weapon was on the scene, he's guilty as charged. He has to face those consequences as a man. You get what I'm saying? If you would have got caught with a gun, but you didn't have to die being a criminal or being a civilian in the hands of people that's hired to serve and protect. This happened about 9 days ago. This happened about 9 days ago. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just that if you're just getting in here, my point I was proving was the police call, they're lurking in the neighborhood, they go in the store, people in the store. They say they got a call by the suspect with a gun, allegedly. They didn't play that 911 call or that call they got. But I see clear as day this man, young man, he's 37 years old, walking out the store. That's not somebody that's trying to kill a police officer. That's not somebody that's trying to bring trouble to the police. This is Baltimore. It's illegal to have an illegal handgun on you. It is. But hey, some people got to carry you, man. Or they'll end up in Mark's funeral homes or Wiley funeral homes or Vernon. You know what I mean? You know, they'll end up in a cemetery. You know, you got to understand that. But it's still illegal. You know what I mean? It's consequences that, and that's called a court of law. Police or milieu are not God. We can't pick people day to die. That's wrong. Especially when you hold a position of power and you pose to serve and protect the people. Brutal force should not be the first option. I know it's dangerous for these cops out here. Every day, there's a guy got an Instagram channel that be bidding off be dogging them cops, joking around. So I know they go through a lot every day. You know what I'm saying? But that's the job you sign up for. And when you sign up for that job, you have to conduct yourself in a designed manner. You have to conduct yourself the right way. And using that brutal force that led to murder against a civilian, a taxpayer, or a person from a family that paid taxes. Said he had a job. He paid taxes. I pay your pay, and you want to kill me instead of catching me and arresting me, taking me to jail. I need to see body cam footage where any police officer life was in jeopardy. Where at on the camera was an officer life in jeopardy? And the commissioner speaks so suddenly. Well, you got to stop him. You got a handgun. Come on, man. You stop if you got a handgun with the right papers on it. That makes the stop make sense. But with a criminal background and a handgun, you better run, or the court system gonna make you wish you did run. But you shouldn't have died. You shouldn't have died. You shouldn't have died. And that was wrong. So keep those prayers in the air for that brother that lost his life and his family and his kids. They gotta watch this stuff on YouTube over and over again. See, back in the day, somebody get killed, you see it in the paper and you heard about it on the news and then it dies out. Now, these channels and YouTube channels, you gotta see your people go through that shit over and over again. Their last days on earth that's watched by millions of people. And 90% of the people that watch you be murdered on TV don't give two fucks. Or they just so messed up that they seen their people get murdered. You know how it goes. So, the second thing I want to talk about is the second guy that was killed by Baltimore County police officers. And that's the brother Big Sam. Rest in peace to Big Sam, man. A legendary guy in the city of Baltimore. He lost his life. And the police was called to do a wellness check, or from my understanding, a call to see about a car that was parked out in Security Boulevard. Might have fell asleep behind the wheel. He could have been drunk. But the police, this guy gets out the car. He walks towards the police aggressively, which we can understand. The police didn't pull out his gun. The police two-pieced him. And resulting of the two-piece punch, he hit him. He hit the ground. Man, for one, brother, I'm not a girl. So I'm going to delete that comment. You come back and show me some respect. You know, I ain't going to get you out the page, but I'm not a girl. You can rewrite that. You can rewrite that and address me correctly. You know what I mean? Then, you know, we'll talk. But in my channel called Raw Dope, you subscribe to it. You never had to find it. So he gets out the car and he walks up to the police, and the police say, get back in the car. He smacked his hand. The police say, get back in the car. He smacked his hand. And then he put his hands on him. Boom, boom, boom. The police hit him with a two-piece. And he fell to the ground, hit his head, caught brain damage, broken jaw, broken nose. Police hit him pretty hard. I'll show y'all right now what happened. What up, Cash? Hey, dog, bro. I don't play like that, bro. I ain't no female. Like, I keep telling y'all all the time, trolls on the channel, though, when you see a female play or a person, a part of the LGBT community, play like they not that, man. I'm not that, man. I'm just a fly guy, bro. I don't like playing like that. You know what I mean? Nah, he was they did more. They did Freddie Gray horrible, but they did him worse because they put 16 bullets in him. But here we go. I'm gonna show y'all the next case right here. This body cam footage. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. So he got a lot of I'm ready to show y'all right now what happened. This was sad, man. Big Sam, man, was a good guy in Baltimore, man. A lot to do with the artists around Baltimore, entrepreneurship. He had a lot going on in the city. Here it is. So y'all just seen that. So that's Big Sam. So watching that tape, it let me know what kind of happened. The way the police officer slammed the door. I think that was the irritating moment. Yes, he walked in front of the police. We see that plain as day. Yes, he approached the police officer quite aggressively. Yes, we see that plain as day. But a police officer are trained to conduct themselves in a certain manner. I don't look for the gibberish that come around a problem. I look for the root of the problem and the solution. And I believe that the root of that problem was that police officer slamming that door the way that he slammed that door, which could provoke someone when they just first waking up. Who's an angel when they first wake up? Some people wake up with a smile on their face. Some people wake up irritated. We all know that. We humans. But when you irritated or just waking up and someone slams your door aggressively like that, it aggravates you. Not saying this is the right thing or saying this is the wrong thing, but it is your property. You're not a criminal. You know, of course, falling asleep at the light could have been a long day at work. We don't know his reason. But he just woke up and the officer slams my door. I am a man. I'm a man. You're a man. I don't know how many women in here or how many men in here, but if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. That's a fact. So because he didn't fall for anything, he deserved to die. Did he jump out and punch that police officer? When he smacked his hand, does that give you the right to punch somebody? When you're a police officer. Now, if you take the badge off and somebody come at you like that, you're expecting a different reaction. It's what I was trying to explain to the idiots on the internet. Like, yo, I get what you're saying, but you're a police officer, so you can't handle yourself. Like, you can't handle yourself. That's like you working in mental health, and you know that these patients are mental health patients. You just can't beat them up if one of them hits you. Yes, don't nobody like nobody hitting, but you know what you signed the contract for. So why should you not obey what you signed up for? That's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a murder. You know what I mean? This is 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 something in the morning. And then you hit him, he hits the ground, and he has a brain injury. If I do that, and they see that on camera, and they say, okay, you smacked his hand, okay, this and that. The person didn't assault you. Your life wasn't in danger. All that come into play when you are a police officer. All that come into play. You know, I think that both of those situations could have been handled very, very different. Both of them could have been handled very, very different. I'll be honest with you. It could have been handled, it should have been handled very, very different. And because of that, we have 2 police officer killings. One in Baltimore City and one in Baltimore County, and we have some fatherless children that gotta watch their father, the what did they love, last days on earth, be brutal like that. That's a hard motherfucker to look at when you have children. My birthday is April the 7th. So I think that was fucked up. Let me get back to this. So they asking me my birthday and some more other stuff. Why you gonna give me a birthday gift? You wanna know my birthday? You gonna buy some merch? Buy some merch. Okay. My TV loud as shit. I hope y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear the sound real good?
Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. Family and friends, we have yet another police beating of a black man that resulted in his death. This case is that of Samuel Brown of Baltimore, Maryland, who was beaten by this white police officer. I want to show you the picture of him. Suffered a broken jaw, some head injuries, and slipped into a coma and passed. This incident happened in February, and the family is just recently laying his body to rest. Check out this news story, which gives you some insight on the beginning of the event, and then I'll tell you some more information later on in the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell this channel to continue to grow. Just watch this.
They have a lot of questions. They were told that the officer was responding to a welfare check at this intersection behind me for a man asleep behind the wheel. But it ended with Samuel Brown having a broken jaw, nose, and permanent brain damage. Brown was taken to the hospital, and the family says they weren't told for 12 hours. They say they've also been told multiple stories about what happened.
We were told on day one that this happened from a slip and fall off of ice, and that he hit his head. That's what we were told. We now know that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Well-known DJ Quicksilver is speaking on behalf of 57-year-old Samuel Brown's family Friday. 100 people gathering outside the Baltimore County Police Woodlawn Precinct, demanding justice for the man lovingly known as Big Sam. Their attorney providing this police incident report. In it, police detail what happened last week around 3:30 in the morning. The officer reportedly found Brown in the driver's seat, asleep at an intersection. It says Brown got out of the vehicle and became confrontational. Brown allegedly disregarded commands to get back. The officer, quote, extended his left arm in an attempt to create distance. End quote. That is when Brown swung his left arm with a closed fist and struck the officer. Described differently by the family's attorney, Billy Murphy.
Big Sam brushed his arm away.
It happened a second time before the officer struck Brown in the face. And, quote, immediately struck Brown a second time in the right side of his face with his left fist. The father of 6 fell and hit the back of his head on the asphalt.
These terrible injuries caused him to become permanently brain dead. The doctors have told his loving family that there's no more they can do for him.
The family says they won't really know what happened until they see the body camera video.
We're demanding today that you please release the tapes so that we as a family can see what happened to our brother Samuel Brown, known as Big Sam.
The family says they were told they cannot see the video of what happened here yet due to the investigation. Both police and the AG's office are not commenting today. We can say police give them about 20 days to release that video, and family will be shown it before it goes public. The name of the officer has not been released, but we know that they are on administrative leave per policy. I'll keep you updated. For now, live in Baltimore County, I'm Tommy Clark, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right. And so there you
have it.
Family demanding to see videotapes. At first they was lied to, saying that he slipped and fell. And then they weren't notified that he was in the hospital for 12 hours. So there's no telling what happened to him then. And then they're different narratives. Now the police are saying one thing. I assume the attorney has seen the video footage. And the question is, if it happened the way they said it happened, then why not immediately release the body cam footage? And at the time of that video, Big Sam was still alive. But unfortunately, he has passed since then. Now I'm going to show you some videos from, his family after the funeral and them still trying to find out what really happened to their loved one.
They are calling for justice. They said they want to know exactly what happened and what was captured on the police body-worn camera video. They want that made public.
Family and friends of Samuel Brown gathered at this West Baltimore funeral home to say goodbye. They were here for a public viewing. This afternoon, many attended the funeral for the 56-year-old known as Big Sam.
I'm like his little brother. He's been my right-hand man for the last 30-plus years, with me every single day of my life, every day of my career. My mentor, my advisor, my road manager, my everything, my security.
DJ Quicksilver and others who knew Brown wonder how a February 16th encounter with Baltimore County Police could lead to an officer allegedly punching him twice. Brown suffered a broken jaw and nose and brain damage. He died 11 days later.
It's very simple. Justice for Samuel Brown, and our hashtag is Justice for Big Sam, because everybody called him Big Sam. And the question we've been asking since day one, how does a wellness check leave a father of 6 dead?
The family wants to see police body camera video of the incident. At this point, it has not been released.
And that's our family motto. We're taking care of everybody else. And we're just looking forward to get the information we need so we can move forward.
Based on information from a police incident report reviewed by WBAL TV 11 News, an officer responded around 3:30 in the morning to a call about someone asleep behind the wheel at Security Boulevard and Whitehead Road. That Brown got out of the vehicle and became confrontational and disregarded commands to get back. Police claim Brown struck the officer twice. An attorney for his family says Brown brushed the officer's arm away. The incident report indicates the officer then, using his fist, struck Brown in the face twice. Brown fell.
So do you think that it was right for the officer to punch him in his face, break his jaw, his nose? Sam's a big guy, so the officer ain't try to grab him. Like, usually when you push an officer, they go for your arms and try to put your arms behind your back, saying you under arrest. We seen that plenty of times on cops and shit. But when a police officer choose to throw hands with you, that's a different type of hit. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't challenge them up on a fight and y'all squared up and put it all, cut the body cam off and get to working. You know what I mean? So, bro, really lost. Big bro really lost his life. OG really lost his life by just one night. I don't know if he went out. I don't know what happened, man, but he was tired. If you go to sleep behind the wheel, you tired. And that's tough. You know what I mean? That's tough. You know, I knew Big Sam personally, you know what I'm saying? Good Muslim brother, man. Good vibe, good energy, never seen him out of his pocket. You know, I was surprised to even see, you know, that aggression from him. But, you know, a man goes through different things. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But the body cam footage shows that I feel like the officer in both situations, Baltimore County and Baltimore City, used unnecessary force that I think could have been prevented with their expertise of being, you know what I mean, those type of individuals. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to uphold the law. I think their reaction and the way they do things could be different. I understand there's a struggle out there. I understand there's a war, but this is the job that you sign up for. That's the whole point. Like, this is the job that you sign up for. And when you sign up for this type of job, this is, you know, you have to have conflict resolution down pat. And if the conflict resolution doesn't work, then maybe that brutal force has to be used. But in both of these incidents, I didn't see the need for that brutal force to be used. And you know, I'm not the one, you know, if you ain't do nothing to like the kids and the women, you know, God sorted out. But, you know, justice for, you know, Sam, because family want justice. They didn't see the reason for that. If they were fighting and this was a whole big thing, then okay, you know, you have to live with it. But when you're a police officer, a judge, armed forces, you got a job, bro. And your job is funded by the people. You got to protect the people, man. And the last resort, it's got to be to hurt the people. So when you just hurt the people as your first resort, it's consequences with that. And I think, you know, those officers should face charges. I'm just being honest. But for the looks of things, they won't. And if they do, they'll get off. You know, just 2 black men killed by police. You know, to put the police scoreboard up. Can't beat the police and the police will kill you. That's just what I know where I'm from. You know, the police will kill you. You know, let's just be clear that the police will kill you. It's no game in that. Listen, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and listen, hype this video, hype this video, hype this video. Please, hype this video. If you ain't gonna do nothing for me, hype the video. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to hype the video, where you put the comment at, go scroll it over the little 3 dots and it's gonna say hype. Hype this video and push this video into the algorithm. Let's get back to it.
Tomorrow we start the fight. We're not going away.
And them people want to fight. They say they not going away. Rest in peace to my man, Lil X, man. The police killed him. You know what I mean? The police killed him. So I done seen it happen. I know they do that to you in Baltimore. Especially Baltimore County. They do that to you. Everybody know that.
Of a man who was involved in this incident, and it was done as an update to their investigation, but the AG's office has yet to confirm that Brown was the man who died. Reporting from Woodlawn, very soon.
All right, and so they are not commenting on the situation, but they released an update saying that the man involved with the police situation has died. Not even a courtesy to release his name. Now, people have came out about who this officer is, and let me show you what the people are saying that is close to the situation. Just check out this Facebook post regarding the situation. If you look right here, they said, well, would you looky here, Baltimore County Police Department Officer Derek Hadel. So you're the officer who caused the death of Baltimore's own Samuel Big Sam Brown's death. He is also the same officer under investigation for a chokehold and slam of my son and assault on his friends. Mr. Hazel has a good filing with the internal affairs already. And so this is the officer who has alleged to have been the progenitor.
I can see that the way he swung on him.
Sam's death, and he looks like a big white country boy from Alabama that really doesn't like black people. Now, this man said he also has an investigation concerning a choke and a slam of his son. So evidently, this officer has a propensity of violence. Now, the situation itself sounds like maybe a common situation. You know, I've been there, some of my friends been there, where you may have had a little bit too much to drink. If you're asleep at a stoplight, right, 3:30 in the morning, that may be the case. And then the officer comes, he alleges that he got belligerent and hit him. But I think, you know, these officers know a good win when they see one. And so evidently he probably saw that the man was inebriated, probably caused the conflict, and then, you know, try to get him an easy win. But what would let us really know what happened is the body cam footage. And so hopefully they'll release that footage. They're talking about they have 20 days. I think the incident happened on February the 16th. So we're reaching that 20-day mark.
They released it.
You know, black people are so tired of this.
We definitely tired of it. And like I said, man, it's a sad situation. It's a real bad and a sad situation that we seeing this, and it's just so it makes it so horrifying to the community that so much of this shit is televised. So it definitely make the young adults and the children, even older people, just like scared. Like it make you wanna, you know what I'm saying, you know, bomb rush them. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you have that mentality because you feel like, hey, if it go wrong, they gonna kill me. And that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. That's how a lot of black and brown people feel, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. I thank everybody for tapping in, man. Hey, rest in peace to those 2 brothers that lost their life in Baltimore City. Justice for Big Sam. Justice for everybody that lost their life when the police lost control. You know what I mean? That's just the moral of this. Rest in peace to everybody that lost their life because the police department that we pay with our taxpayer money to serve and protect lose control, and they take out a civilian in the inner city streets and the counties all across America, man. So, you know, prayers up for everybody, everybody everywhere, you know, just struggling, going through everything, man. Just pray, man. I just pray for everybody get better, everybody be successful, everybody have a good time, everybody just live their life, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, man, peace over bullshit. Man, thank everybody for tapping in, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast, RDP, your boy Hand 5000. I'm out of here.